Ladies and gentlemen, the truth is brutal, and most of you don't want to hear it. But that doesn't change reality. Your future self is counting on you. And guess what? You're failing that person every single day you choose comfort over discipline, fear over action, and excuses over results. Success doesn't care about your feelings. The world doesn't owe you a damn thing. If you want to become the person you were meant to be, you need to stop waiting for permission. You need to take control right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not someday. Because if you don't, your future self will look back with disgust at the coward you were when you had the chance to rise. You think you have time? You don't. The clock is ticking, and every second wasted is a betrayal of the person you could become. Your future self is screaming at you to wake up, to take action, to stop playing small and start living at the level you were born for. But most of you will ignore that voice. You'll drown it out with distractions, with meaningless comforts, with a pathetic illusion that it'll all work out. It won't, not unless you make it happen. Today I will give you the brutal truth. 7 key principles that will determine whether your future self thanks you or hates you. But make no mistake, nothing I say matters if you don't act on it. So listen up, because this is the last warning you'll get before time runs out. No one is coming to save you. You're on your own. Read that again. Nobody is coming to pull you out of your mediocrity, your laziness, your excuses. You were lied to. They told you life was fair. They told you someone would come along and fix your problems. Maybe you still believe that deep down. Maybe you think the government, your boss, your family, or some lucky break will change your life. Wake up. That's a fantasy for weak people. The real world is ruthless. The sooner you accept that no one cares about your excuses, the sooner you'll start building the life you actually want. Successful people don't sit around waiting to be saved. They take responsibility for every aspect of their lives, good or bad. You want change? Take control. Own your failures, own your weaknesses, then do something about them. Look around. Most people are broke, miserable, and full of regret. Do you know why? Because they wasted their lives waiting for someone to fix their problems. You don't want to end up like them. But if you keep thinking the way they do, you will. If you keep making excuses, if you keep expecting the world to hand you something, you will fail. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you. That day will never come. You want success? You need to be the one to make it happen. That means making decisions even when you're scared. That means taking action even when you're unsure. That means betting on yourself when no one else will. Most people won't do it. Most people are too weak, too lazy, too scared. But you don't have to be. Your future self is counting on you to rise above the nonsense, to break free from the pathetic victim mentality that keeps the masses stuck in mediocrity. So what's it going to be? Are you going to wait like everyone else, or are you going to take what's yours? Comfort is the enemy. You've been programmed to seek comfort. You're raised to believe that an easy life is the goal. But that's a lie. Comfort is the silent killer of potential. The moment you choose comfort over growth, you sign the death warrant for your future self. You want to know why most people never achieve greatness? It's not because they aren't capable. It's because they refuse to suffer. They refuse to push through pain. They refuse to do what is necessary. And that's why they remain average. They don't have the stomach for discomfort, for long nights, for failure, for rejection. But if you want to be successful, You have to become addicted to the grind. Let me make it clear. Success is not supposed to be easy. If it were, everyone would have it. You need to force yourself into discomfort every single day. Wake up earlier, work harder than you think you can, take bigger risks. Put yourself in situations where you have no choice but to level up. The more you embrace discomfort, the stronger you become. The stronger you become, the less competition you have. Weak people chase an easy life. Strong people chase challenges. Which one are you? Be honest with yourself. Because if you're not consistently pushing past your limits, you're losing. Every time you choose comfort, you're choosing failure. Every time you choose ease, you're choosing mediocrity. And every time you choose to stay the same, who is counting on you to be better? So ask yourself, do you want to be comfortable or do you want to be great? You can't have both. Fear is lying to you. Fear has been controlling you for far too long. It's the reason you hesitate. It's the reason you second guess yourself. It's the reason you're not where you should be. But here's the truth. Fear is nothing but a liar, and it's robbing you of your future. You think you're afraid of failure? No, you're afraid of judgment. You're afraid of looking stupid. You're afraid of losing what little you have. But that fear is what's keeping you stuck. Every second you let fear dictate your decisions, you're choosing to stay weak. And weak people don't win. The successful know that fear is nothing but an illusion. They act in spite of it. They take the leap before they feel ready. They move forward while others freeze. That's why they win. And that's why you must start doing the same, because if you don't, your future self will curse you for the opportunities you let slip away. Fear is the prison most people never escape. And if you let it control you, you'll spend your life locked in a cell of your own making. So ask yourself, are you willing to let fear steal your potential? Or are you ready to break free and take what's yours? Your standards determine your success. Look at your life right now. The money you make, the shape you're in, the respect you command. It's all a reflection of your standards. You don't get what you want, you get what you tolerate. And most of you have been tolerating mediocrity for far too long. Successful people don't have normal standards. They don't accept average effort, half-hearted commitments, or excuses. They demand excellence from themselves first, and then from everyone around them. They refuse to associate with losers, complainers, and people who make excuses. You want to be rich? Raise your standards. You want to be respected? Raise your standards. You want a life worth living? Raise your damn standards. Stop accepting weakness from yourself. Stop justifying bad habits. Stop pretending that good enough is good enough. It's not. It never was. And the moment you accept that, you'll start operating on a whole new level. Most people think they work hard. They don't. They think they push themselves. They don't. They think they deserve success. They don't. Success comes to those who refuse to settle. The moment you decide that your current situation is unacceptable, truly unacceptable, you will do whatever it takes to change it. And that's when the real transformation begins. But here's the catch. This is on you. No one is going to set higher standards for you. No one is going to force you to demand more from life. You have to make that decision. You have to hold yourself accountable. And if you're too weak to do that, don't expect anything to change. Because life doesn't reward mediocrity. It punishes it. So what are you tolerating in your life right now? Weak effort? Wasted time? Bad company? Fix it. Raise your standards or stay where you are. It's that simple. Execution over excuses. Talk is cheap. Ideas are worthless. Plans mean nothing. Execution is the only thing that matters. And most people fail because they never actually do anything. They talk about what they're going to do. They dream about success. They make lists, set goals, and get excited, but when it's time to take real action, they fold. Listen carefully. No one cares about what you plan to do. No one cares about your dreams. The only thing that matters is what you execute. You either take action or you don't. There is no in between. And if you're not executing, you're failing. Period. Most people have an excuse for everything. I don't have time. I'm not ready. What if I fail? Shut up. Every second you waste making excuses is a second you could have spent making progress. The successful don't waste time explaining why they can't do something. They just get it done. They figure it out as they go. And that's why they win. Success is not complicated, it's simple. Execute, adjust, keep moving. Do more, fail faster. Learn quicker. If you're not willing to do the work, then accept that you'll never be great. Accept that you'll always be on the sidelines watching others win. Accept that your future self will hate you for the opportunities you let slip away. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep talking or are you going to start doing? Because the world doesn't care about what you say, it only respects results. Time is your most valuable asset. You think money is valuable? It's not. Time is the real currency of life. And most of you are spending it like complete idiots. Every wasted hour, every meaningless distraction, every just one more episode is a direct attack on your future self. Look at your daily habits. How much time do you waste? Be honest. If you actually tracked every hour, you'd be disgusted with yourself. You'd see how much of your life is slipping away because of laziness, fear, and distractions. And the worst part, you'll never get that time back. The rich understand this. The successful guard their time like it's gold, because it is. They don't waste it on pointless conversations, useless entertainment, or people who drain their energy. They invest it in learning, in executing, in building. They understand that every second is a decision between winning and losing. You say you don't have time, that's a lie. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference is how you use them. If you're serious about success, you need to start treating your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Cut out the nonsense. Eliminate distractions. Stop giving your time to people and things that don't serve your future. Your future self is counting on you to use your time wisely. If you don't, one day you'll wake up and it'll be too late. And the worst part, you'll realize it was your own fault. Become ruthless with your vision. Weak people compromise. They let distractions pull them away from their goals. They listen to the opinions of others. They soften their dreams to make people around them comfortable, and that's why they fail. If you want to win, you need to be ruthless about your vision. You need to cut out everything that doesn't align with your mission. That means cutting out toxic people. That means saying no to anything that wastes your time. That means ignoring the critics, the doubters, and the weak-minded fools who tell you to be realistic. Look at the most successful people in history. They weren't reasonable. They weren't balanced. They were obsessed. They lived and breathed their vision. They were willing to make sacrifices most people would never dare to make. That's why they won. And that's why you need to do the same. Most of you are too soft. You care too much about what people think. You let small distractions steal your focus. You hesitate when you should attack, and that's why you're stuck. The second you decide to become ruthless with your vision, truly ruthless, you will start to see results. But until then, you'll keep spinning your wheels. Your future self is counting on you to stop playing small, to stop compromising, to stop letting the opinions of weak people dictate your life. Be ruthless, be relentless, be obsessed, or be nothing. The choice is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I've told you the truth today. No sugarcoating, no comforting lies, just the brutal reality that most of you need to hear. Your future self is watching, and right now that person is either proud of you or ashamed of you. If you take nothing else from this speech, remember this: your life is your responsibility. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. And if you waste your time, if you settle for mediocrity, if you let fear control you, then you have no one to blame but yourself. But if you rise up, if you take control, if you demand more from yourself every single day, then there is no limit to what you can achieve. Your future self is counting on you to make the right choice. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep playing small, or are you finally ready to step up and take what's yours? The clock is ticking. Make your move.